Black Sunday again, and we try to talk a little bit of philosophy here on Black Sunday, just to give you an idea that there's something beyond the training. There has to be something beyond the training. It's the reason we train, right? Well, you know, with all the training that we do, it's easy to get lost in the seriousness of it. It's easy to get lost in the focus and the drive. Sometimes you lose your smile along the way. Sometimes you kind of forget not just where you came from, but why you were doing the thing in the first place. And I've struggled with that over the years. And I can't say recently, I can't say particularly recently. I've been on a pretty good upswing these last few months. But it's something that I've been, you know, that I was thinking about from conversations with others and whatnot. You know, if at any point you ever stop smiling, if you ever stop loving what you're doing while you're training, it's maybe time to take a step back and reevaluate and figure out what you're doing. You know, yes, for some of us, training is an absolute necessity. It's part of jobs for law enforcement and security and corrections and whatnot. You know, if you're a professional athlete, it's part of your job. But just like anything, you know, if you kind of forget the reason you're doing something and you're just doing it and it becomes mechanical, it loses its heart, it loses its soul. You know, I was talking with my wife a little bit this morning about it, and the idea came up that, you know, you can always tell when somebody's faking it. You can tell a genuine smile, you can tell a genuine effort, you can tell somebody who loves what they do and why they're doing it. You can tell it just seeps out of their pores, it exudes off of them like it's tangible waves are just undulating off of them while they're going through this process of expressing the thing that they love, the thing that they desire. And then there are those who are stuck in it for the mechanical reasons. You know, and you can always tell when they're forcing their excitement. You can tell when they're smiling because they're supposed to, not just because they are. And it's always a bit off-putting. You know, no matter how much I value freedom, liberty, independence, no matter how much I value that stuff, we're still social creatures. And we still thrive off of our interconnection. And if you can't make that happen, if you have lost yourself in it, you're certainly not going to attract others around you. You need to be able to take the time to find your smile again, find your reason for being, your reason for doing again. You know, this life is the only pony ride we get. Might as well make the best of it. You know, I mean, yeah, sometimes you're given a shitty hand. Ask people for help. There's a lot of people out there, and a lot of people are willing to help, or at least point you in the right direction. Don't sit down and have a pity party. Don't, you know, begrudgingly go through the things that you think you're supposed to. Don't march in line with somebody else because, well, that worked for them. Follow yourself. Follow your heart. Do what makes you tick, what drives you, what keeps you warm, you know, what makes your blood pump. I mean, do those things and make something of yourself that way. Because the only way to live forever is to live in the hearts and minds of people. And the only way to do that is to be yourself, the best of yourself, always. Don't ever lose yourself in the drive to do something. Always be yourself first and let that drive you to something greater. I'll talk to you guys later. Good journey.